James Helder, IFL TV, in association with MTK Global. We're here today for a press conference of Tommy Langford versus Avtandil Khurtsidze. Quite fortunate enough to be joined by Avtandil's training team. Firstly, did I pronounce Khurtsidze right? Because we've got quite a lot of dispute and debate here.
Listen, you pronounce it as close as possible. We're going to give you credit for that one.
There you go.
It's Khurtsidze.
Khurtsidze.
With an H, Khurtsidze.
Okay.
They don't pronounce the K where he's at, so it's Khurtsidze.
Okay, well, Khurtsidze, the Brooklyn-based fighter, is here obviously to take on Tommy Langford for the WBO interim title.
Exactly.
It's a big opportunity for him and a big shop window for him. What makes you guys so confident that he can be victorious against Tommy here on Saturday?
Well, basically, Suicide is ready to work. He's been training hard. That's one of his other nicknames. He has like 50 nicknames. He's been working really hard, and he's coming off one of the best training camps that one person could possibly ever have for a middleweight, which was the Danny Jacobs training camp. So he's ready to go.
Bottom line is experience. This guy's been boxing before I think Tommy laced a pair of gloves on. This guy's been fighting Nadam, and he fought the kid Miranda from Colombia. He's been around this guy, man.
Obviously, he was mandatory to face Billy Joe Saunders. You said during the press conference, some of your team, that that's the fight you guys really want.
Right.
So I'm taking this fight you see as a sort of a short-term gain to a long-term project in getting the Billy Joe Saunders fight.
Exactly. At this point in time, a lot of the plans that were laid down for Billy Joe Saunders seem to be deteriorating. The Triple G fight is not happening when they expected it to, and quite frankly, at this point, it might never happen because there are bigger fish to fry in a deeper ocean. So we never know. I honestly believe that we will be at the end of Billy Joe Saunders' list, but we'll be in the beginning of it come September.
Now we're obviously dependent on May the 6th as to what goes on to Canelo Alvarez versus Chavez Jr. The fact that Billy Joe Saunders has been waiting on that fight, because he's obviously paid step-aside money so Billy Joe Saunders could go and have that fight.
Right.
It's quite an intricate web, isn't it, between sort of what will go on between these fighters.
You know, it's funny you should say that because my big brother and me, we differ on that fight. He believes that Canelo is going to win the fight. I believe that Chavez Jr. is going to win the fight. If Canelo wins the fight, then a lot of these expectations that Triple G and a lot of the boxing world want to have will take place. If Chavez wins the fight, everything falls apart. So I'm sort of looking forward to that happening. I really want it to fall apart because it seemed like the boxing world was kept on a waiting notice just because of these two individuals with what was going on. So if Canelo doesn't win and Chavez does win, the whole dynamic, it's just like if it was a glass picture. Someone threw it at the wall and it's in a million pieces at this point in time. It won't happen. So guys will have to fight each other that need to fight each other.
See, we wanted to fight Saunders. We thought we were fighting Saunders. They gave us step aside because he didn't want to fight Khurtsidze. I guess it's a business move. You know, we understand, but at the same point, we got kind of tossed out the picture. You know, we were gearing up. We were #1 contender for that WBO. So we thought we were fighting Saunders. We were ready to fight Saunders when this crashed out on us.
Now I want to ask you guys about the video that's gone viral. It's been big here in the UK since BoxNation and the fight's been announced with Khurtsidze. There's a video where you guys inspired your fighter by sort of bringing up Mike Tyson, his fond memories, obviously Khurtsidze's fond memories of watching Mike Tyson. It seemed to inspire him to go on to get the W. Where did that come about and what's the logic behind that?
Well, Mike Tyson inspired him to box. He emulates Mike Tyson so much. Once you watch him fight on Saturday, you're gonna see so much resemblance to him because he's been emulating this guy for probably his whole boxing career, you know? So he'll dress like him, he fights like him, he can punch. You're gonna see so much alikes like him, you know? So he loves this guy.
It was actually your voice, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was my
you
voice.
in the corner.
Because I know he likes every time I say Mike Tyson, it's like Popeye eating his spinach.
Did you expect him to react as he did? I mean, you want to try to get a reaction out of him, most definitely, but did you expect him to take it on board as much and sort of commit as he did?
Well, he loves Mike Tyson, and it's a feed-in. I mean, it was a feed-in. At that point in time, we had a busy night that night. We had another world title fight on the other side, so we did what we usually don't do, is we had to split the team up. And Gary was guiding them through the bout, and he knows that it's something that amplifies him. It gets him going. It gets him juiced up. And lo and behold, you saw what the response was.
I was in Madison Square Garden for Golovkin Jacobs. I was also, the night before, I was in New York for Michael Conlon for his debut. There's been a lot of talk about the New York Commission and things changing. You guys are in Brooklyn day in, day out, around the gyms, around the circle. What's the general consensus regarding sort of the New York Commission, boxing in New York in particular?
Well, it has a lot to do with the insurances. The insurance is killing the sport of boxing in New York. So a lot of people don't want to pay that high premiums for the fighters, and that's what's killing it. I hope they bring it down so we can bring it back. So it's only like the big promoters could do the big shows because they have the money to finance all the fighters, but the small shows, those are the little promoters that are getting kicked out. That they don't want to, they don't have the money to put up for those fights.
So how much are we talking in terms of what it was before to what the insurance is now?
$1 million a fighter now.
Wow. And that's for your undercard fighters.
Every
fight.
Yeah, it's a lot of money. I don't know the exact, money amount, but it's a lot of money.
And another problem we have with our commission is that it's a position that is gifted to you. It's not a voted on position. It's an appointed position, and I just don't know who makes these appointments because they're putting people in who really don't have any knowledge about boxing.
It's an old boys club rather than a democracy.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Who they want to lead the pack.
Without a doubt, and it seems to always change with the changing of the government. So we get new heads to the commission, and it's always something that's going on. We've had some good ones, but then the good ones get kicked out for the ones that have affiliations with the good old boy crew, and then we end up with nothing at all. And it's always a lot of controversy in the whole 9 yards. We need to actually have that position voted upon so that we can bring boxing people into that forum of government so that fighters will be understood at this point in time, not by somebody who is doing work at ITM or some computer lab. We need somebody from the world of boxing leading the commission of boxing.